Hasbro Marvel Spiderman, but at Flex Spiderman figures has came out on 2020, which is the last years of Hasbro Marvel Toys line, which is the 6 years of all time due to COVID-19. And the numbers of this set is 87686 of A7335S. And I guess that's about it. At retail, well, at its retail, obviously a 10 bucks, of maybe 50 bucks, of 20 bucks. But yeah, it's just cost a 10 bucks. Yep, we know this because this figure is obvious 10 bucks set. So yeah, we obviously know that this figure is absolutely a 10 bucks like the AVL. So I guess that's about it. And hello everyone, my name is Hasbro, and this is the next review of Hasbro Toys line. Hasbro Toys. So I do the next review of Hasbro Toys line, which is Hasbro Toys review in a true time, but instead have a Star Wars again. This time it's actually Marvel, which is great because I don't have a Hasbro Marvel Toys line set on my collection. I am absolutely huge fan of Marvel due to me to use it, Spiderman and Iron Man as well. So I'm glad to have it there. And I'm also glad I got the first bet at Flex because it's bet at Flex was actually my interest of this subfix of Hasbro Marvel Toys line. You can tell it have actually a lot of possibility, which is a lot better at Flex, and it's the fix to have a more possibility and more fun to play with. Oh, that's actually the fix. But let's take a look at the box first, and we get actually two types here. The first one is of course with the plastic bubble here, and the other one what I got here is the paper craft design here. We cover no trays, bubble design here, whatever. And the design of this box is not good. We usually like the paper craft. It's just a pretty bad decision. It's just pretty much a bad decision, or it's just a pretty much a bad decision for this figures and everywhere else as well. Due to sometimes can actually damage from them it can actually damage some of them and these design of those figures that we are not pretty sure it will be works good, because if you hide it on the backs, plus if you throw away into bed, it always can be crashed, and if you have it working with a holder head, and if you slip, the figures of them will obvious completely damage and set one of them the design at the cost and do more plus the painting will be absolutely broken at the damage as well. And using like this, and sometimes the mostly figures will obviously be damaged because there are some tiny figures here, and sometimes it will be too. Sometimes it will absolutely too close off to burn as well if you use a fire. Or maybe a little bit too cracked if you sit of them. And yeah, if sometimes go to water of, sorry, and if paint was dropped like this space of the room and not the page for kids. You cannot clean these figures, because if you clean, we can do something things. This not just it can clean up the page, but also clean up what Hasbro paid the job of those figures as well. I really dislike this paper craft box design here so much. It's really bad. Due to something like the drop and painted drop of these figures, of maybe be crash, of maybe be drop, of maybe be craft by something knife fix, plus the craft of maybe by dogs, of maybe little kids. If you drop this figure so much, it will obvious to damage unbelief. And as the paint job, the background, I really love it due to it have a lot design of the bed and flags, actual figures or styles here, and you can tell it have a different possibility and different color scheme as well, which is I'm loving how they actually do it this. And the color scheme, I just wish they could give it different, but I guess it still works on this voice like the fix and made like the fix for bed and flags. We cover it mostly yellow. It's feel fine. And also on the upside of the box at the left one, it show up the logos of bed and flags, which is, it looks pretty good. It show up some arrow looks, which is cartoonish, and I love the all styles of the titles as well. For the right side, it show up 3 balls for Spiderman, which is that with the arms, spider web, and of course this is that with the arms on the ground staying like this. We cover legs to down as well. At the balls of Spiderman, despite sometimes some kids and dog will part of paint will drop on this and sometimes if fire could be dropped on this would be obvious to damage. I really like this balls because it show up like Spiderman was actually going to web to build this. And I really like how they actually do this. And it also included the spider web, which is definitely display pieces for these figures, like the stay by legs and by arms as well. The all styles of the flame all style looks pretty good. I love how they see the logs, and I just wish they could give it a more color scheme instead just mostly blue. But still, it's really nice color scheme on my painters. It has the classic titles of Marvel Spider-Man, which is I'm loving. It's also said at the right side of this size. It has the titles made. It also have the all styles of titles placed. It also have the titles placed. It also show up the names placed all styles here. What I get the names placed all styles here. We cover Spider-Man logos, which looks pretty good. And looks like the Spider-Man himself. And the all styles of the titles placed looks pretty good. And it also says a Spider-Man, which is I really love it how they show up. It also show up. It's actually 4+ set, which is as record 4+ set as well. The numbers of this set, which is once again A7686 or A7335S. And it also has the classic Hasbro logos. And of course the downside of this left side, it show up the origin. It also show up the normal logos of the normal all styles of. It also show up the downsides of the left side the normal all styles of Hasbro logos. We cover it with So we cover a just blue and not green. Just blue, and that's it. And across the left side, across the left side of the box, it show up a what I get the titles of Marvel Spider-Man plus the both for the side of the box. The right side is the same except have a different post. The downside they all too much say. And the back side of the box not just it show up a one more type of logos of Bet at Flex at Hasbro with a origin logos at origin all styles we have a color scheme of blue instead green, but also it also comes a also comes a two things. With this one, it actually comes a it also comes a the logos of the Marvel, just Marvel, which is the Soros logos of the Marvel one, which is only Marvel and nothing else. It show up a it also has the logos of only Marvel, which is only Marvel, which is what I get the Soros logos of the Marvel, which is the logos of only Marvel, not Marvel Spiderman and Marvel Avengers as well. Just logos of Marvel only, and that's it. And second, it also has the different possibility. It also has the different possibility of the Spider-Man, and it's definitely accurate of the it's obviously accurate ASCII. This both we cover white, red, Bet and Flex actual figures. We cover both. We cover both like this. What this place show up, and this one is definitely Spider-Man fossil of the Bet and Flex white actual figures. We cover both like this. Like Spider-Man has stopped on this side, Spider-Man using web and Spider-Man is actually slowly drop and hold on the ground. We cover legs to do it, and we cover legs to we cover legs goes to down, which is we cover legs that it actually goes down and do it downside, and it actually doing the downside of the legs, which is what I get. The legs is actually goes downside of them, which is of Spider-Man, and it's Spider-Man one part of the villains and the bad guys as well. So I guess that's about it. So now let's actually open the box and let's actually take off the figures and the work pieces as well. And it's pretty easy. They have tape here, there, and there as well. So that's actually pretty easy to do this. And there it comes. This piece of paper is out here. And what about everywhere else? Oh, okay, that's actually pretty easy here. And there it comes. So now, first of all, so now first of all, so you have the piece of paper of this actual figures, which is this set. Yeah, it's just pretty much the piece of paper. We covered a lot script here, which is you need to read everything about this script. It's definitely take a good look at. You have the black Hasbro logos as well. And I guess that's about it. Not too much to say about it. So now let's take a look at the figures next. So now let's actually take a look at the figures next after I clear up this mess. So now let's actually go into figures next after I clear up this mess, which is throwing away these box into the trash, which is that's what I call it, the clean up on my room. So now after for that, and then let's take a look at not just the figures but also one piece as well. But mostly let's take a look at the figures next. So here this side of Bat and Flex Spiderman actual figures. Oh, I forgot this piece. At the side of these figures it's actually pretty good of the printing, which is the sculpt printing, mostly of the sculpt printing here. The face is definitely the best part about this set. It looks absolutely amazing. It looks like Spider-Man themselves, and the eyes is so cute. We cover the original one and have a little bit bigger to make it absolutely cute. The body chest is also good. I love having I love having the Spider-Man logos and both head at the body script. Both head at the body, the script printing, which is the script page, have a lot of detail, which is, man, I love those details so much of the script print, of the script painted job here. It's so good looking. And the back side looks also good as well. We cover Spider-Man logos, we cover red as well. The chest of the lower chest body is also good. We cover mostly this side we cover good sculpt print, we cover detail here, and have the back a little bit detail as well, which is, I really love it. The arms is pretty good. It have the detail here and detail as well to have a good sculpt print. And look at this, it actually have the fat blue on this side here, which is good because it show up the 60s ASCII like this suffix, and this is the reason why it actually we get a lot possibility, and that is absolutely great to doing this. We come bed like this to have a more possibility, and I absolutely love this so much. For the right is pretty much the same, except the head it got actually way to shoot them with a spider web. We cover 22 fingers. It show up a spider web like a the zipper of the spider mouth, where spider open the mouth at, you see web it. Click like this, then it's inside here. It have the button that it can activate spider web, but this because it doesn't have spider web lateral outdoor. Well, at least we get the nerve one. So yeah, the legs is not bad. The upper legs it's actually fine. It's at least not so ugly than I thought. But for the lower legs, I really like the boots design. It actually have the slightly detail here. We cover by having sculpt painter here, which is it's actually sculpt here, and which is it's actually sculpt. Oh, okay. Whoops. There it comes. And again, I really like the design of the sculpt print of the legs. It feels actually pretty good and feels something touchy. It have a pretty good sculpt print here. to have it some slightly detailed. Feel actually touchy as well, and I really like it here as well. Right here, it's fine. It's actually looks fine here. This one feel kinda ugly because this like here, but hey, this legs, which is the upper legs, are not ugly either as well. So thank God. It's possibility need actually to be careful because the possibility it's actually kinda slow. Yeah, you can tell the arms is actually so slowly moving a lot of the time. Ugh. I'm not sure what's actually too good idea to do this. The upper arms is fine. The chest, okay, it's our just because the head is, yeah, it's only movement side to side, as you say. But that, oh, it actually can move me up and down as well. The upper legs, yeah, it's totally movement as well. Boy, I'm not pretty sure what's a good idea to do this. And yeah, the lower legs also can move it so slowly as well. I don't know about this, but I'm pretty better if they actually using a normal board tools instead the lovely rubber one. And then we got the blue, the trans blue spiderweb design here, and design of this piece of spiderweb, which is this stand build, this stand piece, which is mostly them all just a the stand toys design here looks pretty good. It looks like the spiderweb design. I mean the spiderweb themselves. And design is definitely sexy very well, and I really love it how this web looks like. It's some reason I'm not sure what this doing is. It's also a tough one stick to connect by the arms and the feet as well. And the only real thing about this set is that why this Korsky or trans dark blue is pretty much have a white texture. They place with a normal white off, made of at least a trans white to mostly figures have them instead a trans dark blue. It actually doesn't make sense at all of this piece and toys design here, which is of this stand design here, which is the stand toys design here. But again, the stand toys design here. Yeah. But anyway, so now let's actually both Spider-Man. What the box show up? First, you need stand on. First, let's go. The box number one. What's the front size of the back size of the box show up? First, you need attack the left, the right feet on the red pieces. Oops. There it comes. Swing them. Swing them as well. Move this size. Switch size. The arms. The wind. Oh God, and the head. Okay, this will has to be. So here the boss number one. Yeah, it's hard to do this. Let's try again like this. Yeah, it's not so easy. Yeah, this. Whoopsie. And there it comes. Yeah. Yeah, this boss is actually kinda cringy and kinda awkward compared to the design of the box one. Plus, you cannot move my arms like this. Oh, there it comes. But still, it can slowly falling over like this sometime around. It's still now box number 2 with the right side of the left of the back side of the box. You need to take out those wings, stand your legs like this, like this, like this, like this. And voila! And head can actually up as well. No. Oh. And there comes it. Yeah, this pose is very bad. Doing pose as the back side of the box is too hard to do. The rubber is actually too fat to both of them. So you cannot do it both like when the box show up. Just look at the feet. You cannot both them so much either. Even this red as well. This is so frustrating to me. Oh, okay. And also can flip over as well. Yeah, this pose it's so bad. I really dislike it. And now lastly the pose number 3 for the left with this, and now lastly is the pose number 3 which is from the left side, which is from the left side of the back side of the box. And really like, oh man, you have to do it like this, always like this. The head can always swings. The arms are not the way. The limbs, the arms, the limbs, and the limbs as well. And then it comes. Now this pose looks a little bit and now this pose it looks like the pose for the now this pose it looks like for the pose and now sorry, and now the pose looks like the left side of the back side of the box what show up. So the legs see different, but still, and it's actually not bad. This is actually really a better pose out of the rest too. It's actually not bad. I at least managed to make the pose with this the accurate ask the what box show up on the back side of the box, which is I'm loving this. And it's at possibility of them, it feels actually slightly better than I was actually doing on display of them. And yeah, I forgot to do it same fix for arms as well. And there it comes now. Now it feels like the output of the left side of the back side of the box. Man. Now this is like the better possibility than the older two. It's not bad lucky as it's just say. And because it's managed to do it both pose like this. So I guess that's about this figures. I guess the only one left to do about this figures is actually possibility themselves. Yeah. So the head actually can movement side to side. It can move a little bit up and down as well. The arms have actually rubber joints here, which is it have actually the rubber, which is the upper arms have the which is the upper arms have actually the rubber arms here, which is so slowly moving. The lower arms have a rubber joist as well. Same goes for the left side. Rubber joist of the upper one and the lower one as well. The chest have a ball joint here, which is you can move it around here, side to side, and swimmer as well. The upper legs have a rubber joist as well. It show up actually pretty decent here. I mean, it show up actually show up a decent at slightly beautiful spread on my opinion. At the lower arms have the rubber joist as well. Yeah. So I guess that's about it. So now let's actually do my final thought of these figures now. So overall, this figures is just not good. It have a good sculpt at very well detailed. Plus, Spiderweb is pretty good despite having one Korsky. But my biggest issue of this set and my biggest disappointment of them, or the possibility of themselves, the rubber joist is definitely, it's actually too fat. It's actually hardly do movement, and possibility of them feel absolutely pretty bad to both of them. It's too slow. It cannot stand let the box show up, and instead it can movement by themselves. And you cannot movement and makes them pose, but the back side of the box show up. Wow, what's the huge disappointment? Like, this has actually failed for the great, and it was due to the possibility of them feel absolutely pretty bad. We cover both like this, and if you stay there like this without any this display build, then the lips can sometimes at least stay, but also it does stand very well, but sometimes it does actually fall over like this. If you push it Spiderman back like this, it just easily can fall over at all. But hey, on the back side, it can't stand like this, but push it back to down like this, it can easily fall over. And it's so much bad possibility to have it there. Hey, at least it's actually slightly good to doing this, right? Finally a better possibility. And still, it's because of this I do not recommend this. It's that I own but I do not recommend this, and it's that I only recommend it for a discorporate set. It's only good things about this figure set. Maybe a spider web set it have good design despite having one Korsky. Oops. So yeah, I give it 4.1 out of 10. Yep, a 4.1 out of 10. And what I get 4.1 out of 10 at last time. The last time last line 4.1 out of 10. And one more time and I get one more time and Again, one more time to have a better line. With this one more time. With this one more time. A 4 by 1 out of 10. And one more, but again, a 4 by 1 out of 10. And real last time, a 4 by 1 out of 10. And last time, a 4 by 1 out of 10. A 4 by 1 out of 10. That's better. So, what you guys think is? Like, comment below. This is Hasbro and sign out.